Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Lions and the Giants on Thursday night primetime.
Well, the Giants began play all the way back in 1925. And almost 100 years later, this venue was built to house their next era. MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Alongside Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. And finally, Brock, we can say it.
Football is back.
Look at that. We didn't even practice that. Wins and losses don't quite count just yet, partner. But for a lot of people, us included, we are just happy to see games being played once again.
Yeah, it's been a long wait for fans of the sport. And it's one thing to have a draft and OTAs. It's another to actually start hitting one another. And I know for these guys on the field, they can't wait to...
Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And we're off from MetLife. Has this at the 6. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their QB, now in his 8th season in the NFL.
Don't think for a second, Kate, he hasn't heard the noise. Read the comments from the keyboard warriors who say they just want somebody else leading this team. But let me let you in on a little secret. Those criticisms, they can fuel quarterbacks. Make that chip on the shoulder even bigger to prove people wrong and to show I really do belong in this league.
First down throw for Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
We knew we were in store for some crazy blitz packages from this defense, and already one play in, and that linebacker gets home for the sack. Critical now for this offense to identify what you're seeing and for this defense to continue to frustrate and get after the quarterback.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Almost an opening drive interception, but that winds up on the ground, incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. So out come the Giants, their first drive of the game coming up. They're brought out by somebody who got a whole lot of attention for a stretch last year as a rookie, especially in Jersey, Tommy DeVito.
Kate, I know you get tired of hearing me say there's no substitute for experience, but it is totally true. Taking the reins of an NFL team as a young quarterback, you want the game to slow down, and the only way it slows down is to get more and more of these opportunities to go lead your team game in and game out.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. A handoff to Tracy. And that defense reacts quickly. Wow, they take him down near the 21. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Connects with Johnson. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. So no return on that punt. And the Lions will go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Williams coming in motion right. Short pass brought in. Pickup of a few as he heads out of bounds. Give him 3 on that gain. And that gives the Lions the first. They send the tight end in motion. Throwing now on first down, Allen. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 41. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be first down, Detroit. Putting the tight end in motion. 1st and 10. Here's Allen. St. Brown there to bring it in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 34 yards. And that gives the Lions the first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15. Allen gonna throw again. The throw is caught. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. Tight end in motion right. 1st and goal. Here's Gibbs. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
3rd and goal for Allen. He's got it! And in for the Detroit touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Fox now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Giants taking the field for their 2nd possession. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. They've got 1st down from the 31. Throwing off the play fake here. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And it sets up 2nd down. Tight end going in motion here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Now looking to throw. Pass cut by Tracy. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
You know, Kate, that's exactly what that coverage was meant for. Make the quarterback throw it short, go up and rally, and get yourself off the field.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And it's going to be their football coming up. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Giants get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game.
The best defenses, you can go look at it through the decades, are built from the inside out. And that's not just stopping the run on the inside out, that's playing your coverage from the inside out. That time, beautiful job by the defense of taking away the middle of the field, getting that interception, and setting their offense up for success.
New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. On the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. They'll come up 1st and 10. They're going play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Now here he goes. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Finds his target, Robinson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
So the officials are officially on board tonight. For the first time, a flag flies. Somebody moved early. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. Well, the jumpiness cost him 5. 1st and goal, a little bit tougher here. Running it after the penalty. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. It's a pickup of 5, and that brings up 2nd and goal. Tracy can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
Well, you're getting a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
That one's incomplete in the end zone.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make it impact later.
The kick by Gonzalez is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Craig Reynolds to return it. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They haven't caught him yet. And the tackle saves a touchdown, but they still take over inside the red zone.
Kid, I know what you were waiting for and what I was waiting for, and that was that official to raise his hand. I think we all assumed that was going to be taken to the house. It wasn't, but it could be in pretty short order because this offense now set up for some serious success.
Gibbs scores, touchdown Detroit. The Lions get 6 more on their early advantage. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions drive their lead to 11. Fox now to kick this one away. Washington now to return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. The Giants about to get to work on offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
They go right back to Tracy. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Tackled by Jack Campbell. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with 3rd and long. Pass play now. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. This is caught inside the 15. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. And you gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
That one right down the middle. And the Giants cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Khalif Raymond to return it. Returns looking good so far. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. On first down, it's Gibbs. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Hits his running back. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Bobby Okereke making that stop. Allen on 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Coming right is Gibbs. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. So that was holding on the offense, and a quick declination from the defense means this stands as a turnover. Motioning the tight end now. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. Neither side separating much so far. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They're looking at 2nd and 3. First throw for the backup now. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Got to figure out this 3rd down here. He'll look to throw. He's on the move, and they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB could run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet, but there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Jamie Gillen on now to punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. 58 yards on the punt there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Valky here from the gun. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Escapes a defender. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Shotgun handoff to Valky. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Staying on the ground with Valky. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense, and I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
That one's complete, right side. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that gives the Lions the 1st. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Cut out left. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. That tackle made by the rookie from Penn State.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Hooker will look to throw. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions now lead by 10. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Lions drive their lead to 11. Fox now to kick this one away. Washington now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. They find themselves down 21-10 as they take over. Throwing now from the gun. Hauled in left side. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Looking for a throw here. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now it's second down. Setting up a throw. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And quick to the left, it's caught. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Now from the secondary, and his rake straw on the tackle. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he gets this forward to the 19. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Giants will have a first down. Oh, they're looking option, headed left side. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be second down.
I could promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
You got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's brought down for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
The Giants are set to punt. Back deep for the Lions is Sione Vaki. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And this punt lands in the end zone for a touchback. The Lions and Hendon Hooker ready to take over once more. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. He's contained at the line for no gain. Cordell Flott there on the stop. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Now Hooker. Has him on the quick hitter. And they touch him down. Looks to be about 4 yards short of the sticks. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Back now, pressure on its way. Connection made to Raymond. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They give it to Vaki. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
They call play action. Would have been better to actually give it to him on a carry right there, Kate. The front was fooled, well, for about a split second, if that. And that play call ended up working in their favor as it leads to a sack.
It's complete to Vaki. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you could run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness that's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
And the fair catch secure here at the 16. No return on that punt. And the Giants are going to take over with a lot of field ahead of them. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Alex Anzalone there on the stop. The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Going the other way, Lions have it. And this will reach the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Great time to bring some extra pressure off that snap, and that made all the difference in getting that fumble and the defensive score.
I could hear it in your voice. I think you saw it coming. I saw it coming. I think even the crowd saw it coming.
Yep.
But that quarterback did not see that blitz coming, and boy, did it pay dividends.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions push their lead to 18. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. This return makes it up to the 25. The Giants offense all set to get started. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Completed over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. The Giants using their first timeout. From the 35 on 2nd down. Short pass brought in. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. Finds a man right side. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 now. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down. He'll throw it. He has the first over the middle. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Timeout called, and that's going to be the second for New York. Throwing it again here. Finds him over the middle. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They are throwing it again. Caught by Washington, left side. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. And he will score. Touchdown, New York! The Giants chop some of the lead off before the half. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Gano's point after is good. And the Giants make it an 11-point ball game. Gano ready to send this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Looking to throw. Right, reels it in. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. One last play before the break. This give is to Vonke. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. So we've reached the half of this preseason opener. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you two in just a moment. The preseason is upon us as these two teams get things rolling. They'll have 2 more games after this to get ready before week 1 comes our way. It'll be here before you know it. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed. They'll watch the second half with the shoulder pads off.
Now to kick
but
this
plenty
one
of
away.
youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Kate Scott.
Washington now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Giants offense with the football. They'll get it first in this second half. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire.
Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
The Lions getting ready to return to the field. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has them with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Vonke running behind center. And he doesn't get this one very far, down to only about the 18. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Hits him on the out route. And this is down all the way to the 3. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. They don't pick up anything there, and now it's 2nd and goal. Vaki. And he bowls through the defense for a touchdown. The Lions push their lead further to start the half. Well, we've been saying it for years, Brock. If at first you don't succeed, try that run again.
You're exactly right. It's going to take more than one stop to deter those offensive coaches from calling another run play. They've got such faith in their group up front to leverage right at the point of attack and punch it in on the second time around.
Point after up and good from Bates. And the Lions push their lead to 18. Fox now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Giants are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And I hate to say it, but it kind of feels like the primetime lights have blinded him here tonight. It's been a real rough showing for him as we're seeing here, Brock, a lot of plays that he's going to want back. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Another carry for him. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. And the Lions into a nickel set for 3rd down. They give it to him again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Punting unit out now. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Takes this in at the 25. And he found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. The Lions back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Motioning one of the tight ends. Vaki trying this straight ahead. And they bring him down after he ran through him up to the 43. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Man in motion out of the slot. Again, it's Vaki. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Into traffic, complete. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. They're set up at the 35 now. An early jump and the flags come in. I think this is going to go against the defense. Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage. So they'll only need 5 now after that neutral zone infraction penalty. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. To throw is Hooker. Catch made over the middle. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that'll be first down, Detroit. They'll throw it again. That's caught at the 4. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock, he sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions grow their lead yet again. Fox now to kick this one away. Washington now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now here comes the New York offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, you call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. 4th down coming up. Graham Gano and the Giants field goal unit out. From the right hash, 55 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it shrinks to a 3-score game again, the lead 22.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The offense headed out now for Detroit. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Brought in by Vaki. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. They go play action here. He throws a bullet deep to the right. He's got it inside the 25. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that gives the Lions the first.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Hooker will look to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. There aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Looking right, and he finds him. Ooh, play didn't develop like he needed. He goes out behind the line.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed 3rd down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
Bates' kick is up and good. And their lead grows further to 25 points.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
Return coming from the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. The offense headed back to the field. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Play action on 1st down. Hits his running back. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
He locates Daniel Bellinger. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They get 6 and a 1st down as well. Plowing up the middle. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Nice work by the back here, playing safety valve complete. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. They're now set for 1st and 10. From midfield now. Gets it to him on the screen. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well, and it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
And defenders are there to get him at the line. Alex Anzalone there on the stop. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. Looking to the air here. Complete beyond the marker. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this Thursday night. The Giants have it to start the 4th in a game that seems pretty far out of reach. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And they take him down right along the 30. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll try and throw it here. He completes it in traffic. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. All twitched up. They were ready to get it on 3rd and inches, but now a much different situation awaiting them after that false start. 3rd down from the gun. He has the first over the middle. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st down from the red zone. Finds a man right side. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. 2nd and 3 now. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required, along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it now.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Giants making the scoreboard look a touch better. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Gano ends the point after. And the Giants make it an 18-point game. Gano ready to send this away. Reynolds with a return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Lions offense returning to the field. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. They'll try the right side with Vaki. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And he doesn't get the lane he wants or needs. He's going to be taken down at the line. And the Giants going nickel. 3rd down coming. Now Hooker. Able to find Wright. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Giants ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Complete over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. Markers reset, ball at the 37. To the air now on 1st and 10. Setting up the screen. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Throwing from the gun here. Pass complete to Dulcich. And he's brought down after a short gain. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Back to throw now. Hits him on the out route. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Completed to his running back. And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They'll throw it again. Hauled in left side. And this one does not go far.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
That's caught for the first. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Giants will have a first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. And the Lions get him. Down he goes. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. To the sideline and intercepted. No, it's incomplete. He had the pick, just couldn't hang on though. And this drive lives on to see 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Now a give to Vaki, running left. And he takes this ahead to the 40-yard line before going down. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Handoff headed right. It's Vaki. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Receiver in motion going left. 2nd and 13. It is caught left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They strike for 23 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. They'll run. This is Vaki. And he'll advance this down to the 38-yard line. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. Staying on the ground with Vaki. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And that gives the Lions the first. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Slot receiver headed left. The give now to Vaki. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Vaki here from the gun. Room to the right. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play, but they will take that execution every time.
1st down, and they go right back to him. Is in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions put up even more points in a win. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions continue piling onto this lead. Fox now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Their offense running back out now. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Looking slant route complete. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Another turnover, this time it's an interception. And forget the turnover, Brock, they take it back for a late touchdown. 2nd time they've taken one back on him, Brock. First the fumble return, and now this pick 6.
You know, I point this out to you every defensive meeting room we're in, Kate, when we sit down in these production meetings, and you can see their boards, right? These defenses keep track, and they know if they get a score defensively, their odds of winning through the roof. You get 2, it's almost a certainty.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions continue adding on to that lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. This offense making its way back out now. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided. Back to the air following the pick 6. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. Dropping back to throw. Complete out to the right side. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
So the Lions get the win on the road. And they're off to a good start in the preseason, Brock. Seen a lot of players fighting together for the victory. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from New York.